Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be negative review or a criticism for the latest movie on Thor: Love and Thunder. So what are my views and why I feel that it's going to be a negative review, and what went wrong, and what was the things that people missed to watch out for. So to begin with, I'm not going to get into what was good or what I liked about the movie, because, as I said, this is going to be a complete negative review, or more like a constructive criticism for the team. Of course, I did not expect this from the team of Marvel. This could have been handled better, but I think it has gone haywire. So now, what is the issue, and why am I so upset with the story, and what went wrong? So basically, number one is the actual villain in the movie is not a villain. If you take a few steps backwards, and if you like to dissect the character of the villain, is actually not a villain. So he's a father who lost his daughter because of being upset that his gods, or what his belief was not up to what he experienced. So he gets into this journey of killing the other gods. And also to note, this video is only for people who have already watched the movie. So if you haven't watched the movie, or if you're planning to watch the movie, please do watch the movie and then get back to my review. All right. So I'm going to be exposing a little bit of the plot and going to discuss about a few of those things. So I think it's important that I give the disclaimer that this review is only for the people who've already watched the movie. So now, having said that, this movie doesn't have a villain. So the villain in the movie is not a villain, because from his point of view, he's actually fighting for justice for his daughter, love for his daughter. His daughter died because there was no help from the gods. And when he dies, and when he reaches the other side of life, or heaven, and he sees the gods in person, and the gods were not up to his expectation, or up to his belief, and he gets into the cycle of killing the gods in turn to get revenge and justice for his daughter. So this plot by itself, there is a problem, because when you are going to play sort of mind game with the viewers, you're trying to portray a not negative character as a negative character. So now the question should be, who is the villain? Because in all these Marvel stories and movies is about superpowers and people with extra talents and extra powers, extra natural powers, who are trying to win against the negative or the bad characters, right? So now, so we know the good guys are these comic characters. So who's going to be the bad character? So the untold story, or the story that has been put across to people's mind, would be that the negative character in this movie are the gods, which I personally believe that it's completely wrong. Either the director or the writer, whoever that is, he has probably some personal problem with God. I mean, what is his religious path, or what is his understanding? What went wrong in his life? To, of course, you're directing, writing a Hollywood movie, so your life is not so bad. But what happened before this? You wanted to become something else. You wanted to become a doctor. You wanted to become an engineer, but probably your parents forced you to make a movie. So maybe you're upset with your life, and you're not happy with the way life is going on. So he probably thought, okay, this is my chance to write a movie, to direct a movie, keeping God as a negative role. So the director goes on portraying God as not what God is. I'm not getting to the religious aspect. I'm not going to name or terminology define the God part of it. Let's stick with the universal force and energy and nature to God. They portray God as somebody with ego, somebody who, they portray, there's a scene wherein they show God as ascending down a beautiful marble throne, and he's seen surrounded by beautiful ladies with music and all those things. No, that space is in the writer and the director's mind. God is beyond what we see in the vibratory world. In this world, this reality is made up of vibrations. And this concept or this power, the universal power, is behind and beyond these vibrations. What we see is Maya, what we see is non existing. The absolute truth is God, the creator, the universal power is much more larger than the depiction of an descending marble, beautiful thing. That space is in your mind, the director. Very sorry to say, but this is not the truth. And what are you trying to do? You have a responsibility to create a movie which is watched by kids and little bit of young adults and a lesser amount of adults and a very few percentage of the senior citizens. So you have a huge responsibility. You have a followers of majority of kids. What are you trying to say for the kids? Are you trying to portray your comic characters as the gods or the ones who are going to save us in real life? You are twisting people's mind. You're playing with children's future. This is definitely irresponsible, and I think and I believe that if my video can reach into the authorities, please look into it, and if you can take any valid action, we must do something about it, because the way they portray the gods is not right, and they have not justified it at all until the last scene. Even after the credit rolls up, and then the last scene, even in the last scene again the god comes in with a complete structure of egoistic plane. The god wants to take revenge on the comic characters. This is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, anybody who's watching the movie, apart from the hype of the Marvel Studios with all their beautiful talent of sketching and making the screen so beautifully colorful, with all the stunts and whatnot technology into it, let's get into what are your intentions. What is that you're trying to do for the kids of the future? Do you have any least responsibility, or on the flip side, do you have a really structured plan out there? Are you trying to establish something with the people of the future? What is that? What is your plan? And if so, you should probably think about running your movies in a different country. So this is highly disturbing, and I really wish my video has been watched by people. If you guys are a true ardent fan of Marvel, please do share your comments below. Mock me, make fun of me, no issues. And if you have something really strong enough to say that what I'm trying to propose is wrong, comment down. I mean, let's meet in the comment section. Or if all people who's gonna appreciate this video and who say yes, you're right. We never thought about it. Yeah, you made some sense. That's not the way God is. Yeah, why to bring in the God? I mean, you bring in another character, give him a name. A very well-known person from me being a 90s kid. I used to enjoy that particular hero, Russell Crowe, known for Gladiator. As a kid, I have really loved his acting, his characters, and he plays the role of God. And what did he think? What went into his mind? I'm sure Russell Crowe has did not come out in movies for at least for the past 10 years. He probably got some opportunity and he wanted to play that, and he has played the role of God in the most sarcastic way, and he is using a particular accent. I just don't want to mention which accent is that, what is he trying to do, and what are they trying to portray. There's a place, there's a conjunction where there's a palace, and there are so many gods there. So what are you trying to say, the director? Are you trying to mock a particular religion or a particular group of people, mocking that there are so many gods? What is your understanding? I mean, you have to reflect inside yourself. Are you having an existential crisis? Are you having some sort of a trauma during your childhood? Maybe your life is not as what you thought of. Maybe you're losing it over here. Sit down, discuss, write it all down, sort it out, but do not take what is inside here to the people at large. When you have an opportunity in hand, you're more responsible only for entertainment. You don't play with people's life like this. All right. So let's just see uh, if I get more people who say that yes, we did feel the same, and we have the same sort of view about the movie. If you feel that you can connect with me with this review, please drop in your comments, and let's see how this works out. All right, people, see you then. Happy watching, and see you soon with the other videos. Bye bye.